crochet friends, I'm Lori, the maker behind Stitch and Moan. If you are new here, welcome, and if you are a returning friend, welcome back. Okay, it's Friday, it's the day before HorrorCon, and I had to go through my list this morning and omit some things that are just not going to be finished. It's almost 9, the day before. I don't know if I mentioned that. And I have a few things that I need to go do today. I'm going to have to go get some more black and white yarn. I still need one more clown. So I'm going to try my absolute best to knock him out today. And I realize that I still need to do the hood for my scary movie guy. So that's yay. One more thing. And then let's see what else. I need to run by the Dollar Tree to grab, well, I might can get away with not doing that. I have to go to Walmart and grab something, a couple of things for my display. And I think I'm going to get a cash box just because I have a feeling that that's going to be a thing this weekend. And I don't want to just have it in a bag. Plus, I chopped all my hair off, as you can tell. And I need some styling putty for it because I want it to be like messy and textured. It's very 90s and I'm so here for it. But anyway, this morning I got up and I updated my Square account for Tennessee sales tax. I uploaded all of my new inventory and the prices. I do need to double check because I'm changing the prices on some of my items, so I'm gonna have to go through and make sure that I have all of that, everything matches. HorrorCon is doing like a $5 coupon for VIPs, so I entered that in to my Square Reader as a discount, so we don't have to like be trying to think about it when the influx of VIP buyers come by my booth. My Square Reader is charging right now. I ordered my shelf. It got here. That was a fiasco. I'm not even going to get into it. And yeah, I've got lots of sewing to do today. I still need to do 3 sets of Haddonfield hair pieces. Start packing up, making sure I have everything. But I think I can get it. I think I can knock it out. I have to. Oh crap, I have to paint my sign too. I'll get to that. I'll probably do that when I get back from the stores. So it can hopefully be dry by tomorrow morning. They allow setup tonight, but we're not gonna, I don't think we really need to. When I did the reptile show, it took me like 10 minutes. And I'll do my dry run tonight and get everything situated like how I want it, so. But okay, I need to get off here and finish messing with my hair, because I didn't get to finish my bangs. And they're just kind of fluff. So we got to do something with these. Oh yeah, there we go. That's good. Okay. Anyway, okay, so I'll check back in later and I can, show my panic. The last skein of black in the only 2 places in town that sell yarn. And I got the last black one. As I was walking down the aisle, I was like, oh my gosh, what if they don't have it? Thankfully, they had one. And somebody had put it in the wrong spot. So we got it. We got it. water in your beard. All right, it's the morning of. It is currently 6 a.m. and I'm going to start packing up. I'm terrified I don't have enough, and I still need to sew on eyes and faces and things. So yeah, I'm like in stress mode right now. Okay, let's get started. Okay, day 2. Had to bring some stuff from home, and I'm still not finished. Like, ignore that. The big guy's here today. So these got a ton of interest yesterday. Everybody loves that their eyeball falls out, but we haven't sold any yet. But today is the second day, and a lot of people are like, okay, this is it. But all right, so let's get going. Everybody's packing up, and this is like super sad because this has been super fun, and I say super a lot, but we really did have fun. So okay, it's recap time. It's now a couple days past when we were at the market, and wanted to wrap up with the recap, bestsellers, you know, just all that good stuff. So what I'm gonna do, because I forgot to take pictures of some of the things, but I think I'll still be able to like pop a picture in over here of what I'm talking about, just so you can see it. That's why I'm like way over here today. Anyway, so we had a great time. It was so much fun. We had an absolute ball. It was kind of tiring, but I wasn't as exhausted as I thought I was gonna be, considering it was a 2-day show. I did hear from a lot of the vendors that were there, because a lot of them were repeat vendors. I think most of the ones that I talked to every single one of the ones that I talked to, now that I think of it, were there last year, and last year was the first year of this event. Here's where we have to split hairs, and unless you're local, you don't really know this. It was Nashville Horror Con. So you would think that it would take place in Nashville. Only locals really know this information, so I'm going to share this with anyone watching who is wanting to come down here. Unless it says in the address Nashville, it's not Nashville. Okay, it's not. I'm sorry. The event was in a town called Lebanon, which is not Nashville. It's outside of Nashville. Last year, the event was actually somewhere, I think it was like somewhere downtown. This year, it was on the outskirts. Traffic down here is notorious. So if something takes place on the outskirts, plan for some travel. Delays, you never know what you're going to get into with traffic down here. But I think most people know that. So all of the vendors that I talked to who were there last year said the crowd was much bigger last year than it was this year, and they think that it was because of the location. People down here know that the outskirts, that's not, you know, Nashville. So a lot of people don't want to travel to the areas outside of, you know, downtown or whatever. Some people don't want to go downtown. I am one of those. But anyway, I did talk to one vendor who asked him Sunday, right before we started packing up, like, how was your weekend? And he said, underwhelming. And, you know, I was, you know, happy with what we had. I was expecting more, but I was happy with what we made. He said that his sales were down like more than $6,000 from the year prior. So I can't even imagine what sales would have been like the year before. Wow, my hands hurt just thinking about it. But anyway, I think I took about maybe $2,300. I've got the wing going today. I think I took about $2,300 worth of inventory. Like I said in my clip earlier, I was terrified that I wasn't going to have enough. And I had too much of some things and not enough of other things, which is crazy. And I'll talk about that when we get into the sales here in a minute. But it's so funny with markets because the things that you think are going to be your biggest sellers, nobody even looks at. And then the things that you think, well, I don't even know if I want to waste the energy of bringing it or like use tote space in the car for this. And those are the things that keep flying off the shelf. And that was the case this year. My mini slashers, which I thought were going to just be the hit, I sold a Michael, a Jason, I think I sold one Freddy, I think I've sold one of each one, I think. But, and I'm pretty sure the reason why they were, I don't want to say overlooked, but I want to say the reason why they didn't sell as well is because I had them priced at $45 because of the time and materials. Like, I wanted to price them at $55, but I decided to bring it down to $45. And I think that was too much for the people there. Because when I'm like, people had bags of stuff and it was mostly like stickers and small things that people were going for. All right, allergies this morning, but anyway, I think the $45 price point was not ideal for this event. I think if they were like $30, it would have been okay. But honestly, I wasn't willing to go down that far because of the just time alone. They took like some hours to make. So those didn't get as much attention as I was hoping. So they're going to go in my Etsy shop. And then the, like I said, allergies. Hang on. Okay. Zombie head hangers. Those marked at $35. I sold one. Everybody loved them, but I guess $35 was too much. Way too high of a price point for something like that. So those are going to go in my Etsy shop. Let's see. Best sellers. Should be no surprise. The rats. Everybody loves these. So if you do markets, I highly recommend rats. Pattern will be linked down below. Let's see. The other favorite, which I was not even going to bring, the mini face huggers. Rats were priced at $12, I think, and the mini face huggers were $15. They were the hit. Everybody loved them. Every single person who walked by my booth had something to say about them. I have one left, and I think I only have one rat left, maybe one or two. I don't even remember. I'm not going to do like the full breakdown. I'm just going to talk about like bestsellers, what sold and what didn't sell. I sold out of my spiders. Let's see. One scorpion. I sold my Santa art. I was sad to see him go. I sold my Santa art. I sold the big Jason. And I was kind of surprised that those sold. Let's see what else. That's like the big stuff. 2-day event. Now this is what everybody's waiting for. 2-day event. We did make our booth feedback like before lunch, which I was very happy about that. Saturday was a pretty decent crowd. It was steady. Sunday, it was like Deadsville. And then there was like a storm, not like a big one or anything, but it did rain. And I think that that may have helped with low crowd numbers. But all in all, for both days, we made just over $1,000, which was my goal. I wanted $3,000, but you can't sell $3,000 if you only have $2,000 worth of inventory. That doesn't work. But I was happy for, it was like 1,017. So we made our booth feedback. So I was very happy about that. Not bad for hanging out for 2 days with your people. Met some awesome vendors. I was invited to do a show in August, but I'm not going to be able to do it. And I'm bummed about it, but that's okay. I have my big show. I have another show in September, which we're going to really start getting into next week. So that's pretty much it. We had a great time, and I cornered the event organizer and told him, you know, we having a ball. It's a lot of fun, great event. And I think, no, I'm certain we're going to be back next year. They said that they were going to move it to Nashville, back to Nashville, because I think every single person there had something to say about that. And yeah, but it was a great time, and I cannot wait for the next one. You know, the prep work was a lot, and, you know, I was very stressed and everything, but after doing it, I was like, this is so much fun. And I know not all of them are going to be that way. This was just, you know, very niche thing, but what I do is very niche, so you know, it's fine. But yeah, we had a great time, and I'm so excited for next year. I have a lot to do to get ready for my next one, which I'm already looking forward to. I went through almost an entire box of business cards over the weekend. So we're going to have to do a restock of all of that stuff.
I'm hoping to order my desk today and start getting my crochet corner like ready, because working at our communal table here in this room is not going to work next month because school's going to start. So I need to get my little business corner all ready. But I think that's it for now. I'm going to go ahead and end it. This might be a shorter video than normal. I didn't really record a whole lot while I was there because I was just, honestly, I was having too much fun and I wanted to be in the moment. There were some awesome vendors there. I think what I might do now, I had said something about maybe making 2 videos, but I don't have enough footage for that. So what I'm going to do is, at this point, the crochet part's pretty much over. From here on, I'm going to put some pictures and just some clips of either me posing with horror characters or the horror characters that bought their mini versions of themselves, which was so fun. So if you're not into that kind of thing, you can just stop now. As always, thank you so much for watching my videos and sticking around. Next week is going to be a lot of fun. I wrote a pattern yesterday and it's like almost finished. I just have to pretty much close up its head. So come back for that because I had a great idea and we're going to talk about that next week. So I will see you guys next week. Thank you so much for stopping by. And until next week, happy crocheting.